Congratulations, gentlemen. It's a comedy. It is hilarious.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to start with Elgin. Tell me a little bit about putting all of this together. I mean, it must be like herding cats.
Oh, 100%. And really just hurting one big, tall English 7-foot cat is really what it's been. It's trying to get Steven under control is just, he has to write, he has to produce, he has to act, he has to direct. It was fantastic. This was a long journey for us. You know, when Steve and I first met, we talked about it as a film, actually, and then realized that 90 minutes wouldn't give us the time that we wanted to explore these characters to really do it justice. And so it was just a blast. It was a lot of just hanging out. And I said, it's magical when you create something with Steve because he plays all of the roles. And so he would act out every single role from Myrna to Gabby to John to Greg, which is just magic for me in my memory that I wish I could share with everyone else. But it was really exciting.
Stephen, you are an international treasure, by the way.
Thank you.
Again, you know, with everything that you do, and you're so talented at everything, do you enjoy, you know, all the hats that you wear? Is there a particular hat that you like?
Well, I always enjoy the writing, and you know, as Elgin said, just spending time with him, just spitballing this show, these characters. That's the thing I enjoy the most. In that moment in time, you're just in your imagination. You know, you're in your house, you're in an office, you're very secure, you're warm, you can feed yourself. And it's only as it gets into production that it gets much harder, because now you're memorizing lines, and now you're trying to make the days and get the filming done. And like you say, they're herding the cats of all the actors, and that becomes very stressful. And then you're shooting in COVID times, and it's miserable. And then you get back to a second season, and you go back to the calm again, and you can just sit around and you can chew the fat again. And so I think of all the things I do, the writing is the most pleasurable. It's the thing I think if I had to choose a lane, that's the one I would pick.
Elgin, I would think working with Christopher Walken has got to be a double-edged sword, but I think it's more of a joy than anything else.
I mean, it's a dream to talk about. I mean, talk about an international treasure. I mean, I put Steve more of like a regional treasure, I guess.
A community treasure.
Yeah, community treasure. But yeah, I mean, that's something you couldn't even try to wrap your head around, is that your name would ever be, you know, put together with someone of that, of Stephen Walken. But I didn't get to meet him because I was stuck in the States. So I didn't get to go to the States because of COVID, because I was doing my own show. And so Steve, what was it like being on set with Chris? Can I call him Chris, do you think? Do you think I can call?
I think you should call him Mr. Walken, and I can call him Chris.
Right.
But I think the anxiety you always have when you have an actor of that stature and that vintage is you're worried they're going to show up and give you one take and then demand to be driven back to the hotel. But actually, Chris is, as I call him Chris, is as it seems as invested in acting as he ever was. You know, he gives you multiple takes and he's always trying something different. And, you know, he has that unique way of speaking. You never know where he's going to put the punctuation next. And that's kind of a thrill. And so, you end up in the editing room and you've got such variety to choose from. It's a real thrill. And also just the charisma. You just forget when you're working with someone, and when you look at them on screen, they just have a magnetism that you could never write. They just bring that. That's some other alchemy that they have with the camera.
Well, I want to congratulate both of you again on this series. I hope there's a crossover between Outlaws and Mayans. That would be something.
That would be amazing.
We need to go pitch that now. That's great.
That's a great idea.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Tony.
Thank you.